Hey y'all, Michelle Raza here with Finding Yourself SATX Life Coaching, helping you find your best self since 2017. Please visit our website. We're at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. Thank you. Also, if you like these videos, if they provide value to you, please do like and subscribe. It really does help us little YouTubers. And I apologize for the status of my voice. I am getting over a cold. So that's why this video is coming to you a day late. Just really, if I had tried to record yesterday, you would have had nothing but sniffles and even a worse quality of voice. But here I am, feeling better, hopefully on the mend. Okay, so today we're going to continue talking about Melody Beattie's Codependent No More. Great book. We've gotten through the majority of it. We're in, I think this is chapter 13 now. Yep, chapter 13, called Feel Your Own Feelings. So this might come off, I mean, if you're watching this and you've been watching this, then probably not. But if this is new to you, if it just popped up on your feed and you're somewhat curious or interested, it may seem like mumbo jumbo, like what are my feelings going to do? What is that going to solve or help? But it actually is quite instrumental, especially as a codependent. We tend to go numb. And I think I've expressed before, right? That's my reaction to a lot of things. I'll just go numb. But you're so focused on problem solving, on helping everybody in your life, that you don't even know how you actually feel. So that's what this chapter is dedicated to. There is another work called The Body Keeps the Score, which I've been listening to and am thinking of covering sometime soon. I am actually, because Dr. Gibson's works are the most popular of anything that I talk about, I wrote to her asking for permission to cover her 2021 book, Self-Care for Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. And she responded back. She said yes. So that's actually the next book that I'm going to cover. And I did put a link to her website from mine, with her permission, of course. So great things. I'm very, very grateful for her. Just her positive attitude and her being supportive of us. So that's really awesome. Okay, chapter 13, Feel Your Own Feelings. As codependents, we frequently lose touch with the emotional part of ourselves. Sometimes we withdraw emotionally to avoid being crushed. Being emotionally vulnerable is dangerous. Hurt becomes piled upon hurt, and no one seems to care. It becomes safer to go away. We become overloaded with pain, so we short circuit to protect ourselves. We may withdraw emotionally from certain people we think may hurt us. We don't trust them, so we hide the emotional part of us when we're around them. Codependents are oppressed, depressed, and repressed. Many of us can quickly tell what someone else is feeling, why that person is feeling that way, how long they've felt that way, and what the person is probably going to do because of that feeling. Many of us spend our lives fussing about other people's feelings. We try to fix people's feelings. We try to control other people's feelings. We don't want to hurt people. We don't want to upset them. And we don't want to offend them. We feel so responsible for other people's feelings. Yet we don't know what we are feeling. If we do, we don't know what to do to fix ourselves. Many of us have abandoned or never taken responsibility for our emotional selves. Our feelings are indicators. When we feel happy, comfortable, warm, and content, we usually know all is well in our world for the present moment. When we feel uncomfortable with anger, fear, or sadness, our feelings are telling us there's a problem. The problem may be inside us, something we're doing or thinking, or it may be external, but something is wrong. Feelings can be positive motivators too. Anger can motivate us to solve a bothersome problem. Fear encourages us to run from danger. Repeated hurt and emotional pain tell us to stay away. Our feelings can also provide us with clues to ourselves, our desires, wants, and ambitions. They help us discover ourselves, what we are really thinking. Our emotions also tap into that deep part of us that seeks and knows truth and desires self-preservation, self-enhancement, safety, and goodness. Our emotions are connected to our conscious cognitive thought process and to that mysterious gift called instinct or intuition. There is, however, a darker side to emotions. Emotional pain hurts. It can hurt so badly we think all we are or ever will be is our emotional pain. Pain and sadness can linger. Fear can be a stopper. It can prevent us from doing the things we want and need to do to live our lives. Sometimes we can get stuck in emotions, trapped in a well of a certain dark feeling, and think we'll never get out. Anger can fester into resentments and bitterness and threaten to linger indefinitely. Sadness can turn into depression, almost smothering us. Some of us live with fear for long periods of time. Our feelings can trick us too. Our emotions can lead us into situations where our heads tell us not to go. Sometimes feelings are like cotton candy. They appear to be more than they actually are. In spite of the darker side of emotions, the painful ones, the ones that linger, and the tricky ones, there is an even bleaker picture if we choose to become unemotional. And we'll get into that the next time that we talk. So I think one thing that Dr. Gibson has talked about quite a bit in her works on emotionally immature parents, so emotional immaturity is when you are not in tune with your emotions and you're also not comfortable discussing emotions with other people. And so choosing to cut that piece of yourself off because of the pain perpetuates emotional immaturity. And so hopefully if you're watching this, if you've been a fan or a subscriber since the beginning, right, you're the child of emotionally immature parents, or as a codependent, you've been dealing with an emotionally immature person who's a substance abuser. You don't want to cut off your feelings because that would really limit your own healing process. We have our emotions for a reason, and they are great indicators. If you're happy, most likely that means that things are good. If you're sad, then something's wrong, and it's an indicator that you should change it. But I think what she's talking about is that can get broken, right? If you repress from a very young age, then you don't know really what makes you happy. You know what other people tells you makes you happy, but you don't know what actually makes you happy. And then getting stuck in a depression or letting anger turn into bitterness or resentment, I mean, that just doesn't help you in your life. But turning it off is maybe not the best solution. Learning to deal with your negative emotions is the healthier route. So a lot of people just push away negative emotions. They don't want to deal with them. They're unpleasant by the nature, right? They're negative and unpleasant, so why deal with them? Just be positive, just be happy, no bad vibes. But actually, the fastest way out of a negative emotion is to allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to process it, and then let go. And so the only way out, really, the only way out is to embrace it. And you don't want to ruminate or dwell, right? You don't want to let a sadness take over you, and then you have to quit your job and you can't, take care of yourself or your family. But you do want to allow yourself to feel the sadness and do something that's healthy for you to process it. If you just live your life like nothing happened, I don't care, it'll stick with you, and it'll actually take longer to recover or get over that loss or sadness than if you allow yourself to feel it. So feeling your feelings is very important. And the good ones, yes, obviously. A lot of us codependents have a hard time celebrating our own success. So you need to take time to celebrate your own success. If you're a list maker and you like to check off things off a list and you're super productive, then add in some self-care things onto your productive list and make sure that that's part of your items that you check off in a day, because it's really important. You need to celebrate yourself. If you have a big accomplishment or achievement, make sure that you take time to celebrate it and don't just say, okay, I reached this goal, on to the next goal, and you never actually take time to celebrate or be happy. Taking time to rest is very important, and it's not wasted time, it's recovery, and it's needed. And again, so as for the sadness, taking that time to feel and allowing yourself the space to feel and giving yourself some comforts that are not harmful to you but will allow you that time and space, not going out with friends and just kind of having a quiet evening if you need it. That's really important. And recognizing your own limits, right? Setting boundaries and recognizing your own limits. You don't have to say yes to every social event that comes your way. And you don't have to have a good excuse either. Your excuse might just be that you're not up for it tonight. And you don't have to tell the people that are asking you all the details. You can just explain that you have something else going on. And that something else might be self-care and recovery, right? Sometimes you need that, and that's okay. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for dealing with my muffly voice. Hopefully by next week I'm better. Love to see your comments. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And please do check out my website. It's at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There you can start your life coaching journey for only $9.99. And if you want to support the Finding Yourself Book Club, you can do so for as little as $1. Take care, y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.